Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's third video. So going to have a look at the weather next 10 to 14 days for today's third video, and that's going to take us to around the 7th of September. We'll be able to extend out beyond that. We'll be extending GFS and ECM ensembles later on to around a couple of weeks. Have a look at CFSV2 at the end of the video for September. So two videos released so far today: the European Outlook, that's YouTube exclusive, and of course JMA Friday as well. So that's month look at with Japanese and CFSV2 models. Have a look at both those videos and see what they've got to say. Well, first thing I'm going to do is give a shout out to our latest channel member. So we did a live stream on Wednesday, and it all got rather hectic in that live stream. I had quite a lot to say. In the first 10 minutes of Wednesday's live stream. It is quite funny. So if you haven't looked at it, then have a replay of it. Quite a funny live stream, particularly in the first 10 minutes. But it meant I got very behind with everything. And during the live stream, we did pick up a new channel member. I don't think I said during the live stream that I was going to give a shout out to the channel member that we picked up. But we always give a shout out to our new channel members. And so I've got to say hello, thank you so much for becoming a channel member during Wednesday's live stream to Gritch. Thank you so much to Gritch. I think Gritch's name is George. So thank you, Gritch George, for becoming a channel member for GavsWeatherVids. That is absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, Gritch. For your membership of GavsWeatherVids. Look out for the channel members live stream that will be coming up on the first Saturday in September. You'll be entitled to join that. I think that's going to be Saturday the 5th of September, probably. So look out for that, and all the details will be posted for channel members within the community page. But yeah, it's fantastic. Thank you so much, Gritch, for doing that. If you'd like to become a channel member for GavsWeatherVids, all you need to do is come to GavsWeatherVids YouTube homepage, click the join button. You can find that with all of the videos as well. It takes you to another page. You can see what benefits you get for becoming a channel member, and you can sign up and become a channel member on that page as well. It's absolutely amazing how many channel members we have. I think we have around 40 channel members now. So thank you so much to each and every one of you. Thank you to all of our patrons, and also thank you to all of our donors as well. It's incredible the support that you give to GavsWeatherVids. So thank you to each and every one of you. You can support GavsWeatherVids in other ways, though, not just financially. So by watching the videos, by sharing videos, by liking the videos, you are helping to support GavsWeatherVids and promote GavsWeatherVids. By telling your friends, you're helping to support and promote GavsWeatherVids, and also by subscribing to the channel. And we're put on subs very, very quickly now. We're approaching 7,330 subscribers. We're very close to that. So yeah, sub the channel if you haven't yet done so. And all of these things are helping to support GavsWeatherVids. So yeah, just thank you to every single person, however they support us. Thank you to each and every one of you for the support that you give us. It's absolutely amazing, and thank you so much to all of you. A special thank you to Gritch for becoming our latest GavsWeatherVids channel member. Right, let's have a look at Tropical Atlantic then. So Laura is weakening very, very quickly. Like 36 hours ago, this was a Category 4 near Category 5 hurricane battering the Gulf Coast. It's moved inland and it has weakened very, very rapidly. There's Laura currently sitting inland in the southern part of the United States. Laura is currently a tropical depression. It's tropical depression, Laura, giving maximum sustained winds of at 30 miles an hour. At one point, this was a 150 mile an hour hurricane. So that just goes to show how much these things weaken without the energy of the warm seas of the Gulf of Mexico and the tropical Atlantic Ocean and whatnot. So yeah, giving maximum sustained winds of 30 miles an hour. That's still very significant. That will still give gusts up to probably 16, 17 miles per hour, with minimum sense pressure of 998 millibars, moving northeastwards at 13 miles per hour. The saving grace with this one is that it has moved very quickly. I think this has been moving very, very quickly. So I think that has helped probably to limit some of the damage. The fact that it has swept through very quickly and gone inland very quickly and weakened very quickly as well. Sometimes these systems can kind of stall right on the coast and just sit there for like a couple of days. And they always bring mass devastation with them. But it has been very, very bad down on that Gulf Coast anyway. Now, I'm sure you've noticed that we have two more disturbance areas in the tropical Atlantic. We've got one just there, and we've got one just here as well. So let's have a look at those. We've got disturbance 1 there in the middle of the tropical Atlantic with a 20% chance of cyclone formation. They're saying with this, with a tropical wave located about 900 miles east of Windward Islands, is producing an area of showers and thunderstorms. Some gradual development of this system is possible during the next several days while it moves westwards at about 15 miles per hour toward the eastern Caribbean islands. Has a 20% chance of cyclone formation in the next 2 days and a 30% chance of cyclone formation in the next 5 days. We also have this one just here. We've got this disturbance area just there. So that's disturbance 2. It has a 0% chance of cyclone formation in the next 2 days, but a 30% chance in the next 5 days. With this one, they're saying another tropical wave is located over the eastern Atlantic Ocean, just west of the Cabo Verde Islands. The northern part of this wave, which should move rapidly westward over Central Atlantic during the next few days, is not forecast to develop as it is expected to remain in unfavourable environmental conditions. However, the southern part of the wave is expected to be nearly stationary south of Cabo Verde Islands for the next several days, and some development of this system is possible early next week when it begins to move slowly westward over the eastern and central tropical Atlantic. So they're both 2 areas to keep an eye on at the moment. Low chances they're going to develop into a tropical storm or cyclone or hurricane or whatever, but they need to be kept tonight because this is a big hurricane season or a big tropical storm season. There's a lot of energy available in the tropical Atlantic. We are nearing peak hurricane season now in September, so we'll need to keep a close eye on both of those. Right, coming back closer home, this is how GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles are looking for the next couple of weeks. So the red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average. We're at London and our wet as entry today. So at the moment we're a little bit cooler than average with those upper air temperatures. They're going to drop further. They're going to drop further as we go through the next few days into the bank holiday weekend. We're going to get some unusually cold nights coming up. There could be ground frost, maybe even a little bit of air frost is possible up in the north. Can you believe? Quite extraordinary. That should happen late in August. Through early September, so this is like the first week of September just here. Through early September, we see the upper air temperatures lifting up, going to become quite warm, seeing the upper air temperatures rising up to between 10 and 15 degrees at 850 HPA. After that, we'll see quite a bit of scatter. So we go into a second week of September. That's this period just here. We have quite a bit of scatter. So these ensemble members up here are warmer. These ensemble members down here are cooler. So yeah, we've got quite a bit of scatter there through the second week of September with warmer and cooler ensemble members. I think generally most of those ensemble members are quite warm though. So, I mean, it's very uncertain what's happening with this September. It still is, but we're going to have a warm up through the opening days of September and a bit of a cool down later on through the first week of September. And probably, I would think, it looks more likely than not, it's going to go quite warm again through the second week of September. So we shall see. But precipitation wise, where we've got quite a bit of rain coming up today, heavy showers and thunderstorms, of course. Only going to go drier as we go to bank holiday weekend, but it will be quite cool. Some rain there around the 3rd of September, and then probably reasonably dry as we go through the rest of the first week and into the second week of September. Maybe a bit more unsettled around the middle part of the month. Temperature anomalies on the 28th of August to 5th of September are coming out slightly cooler than average, slightly below average with the temperature anomaly. Precipitation anomalies from the 28th of August to 5th of September. A little bit wetter average for the north, a little bit drier than average for England, Wales and Ireland. Not particularly big deviations either way, though. This is how the latest wind flow map looks from earthnullschool.net. So low pressure is in control of the weather today, but it is slipping to our east. So the low pressure is sitting just there in some part of the North Sea, and winds are sort of coming in from like a northerly to slightly northeasterly direction. And so it's still unsettled. We've still got showers along with spells of rain. There could even be some thunderstorms around some parts of the country through the course of today. You'll notice this gap in the winds just here, this gap in the winds through there. That's a ridge of high pressure, and that's what's going to settle things down. This will topple in across the country over the weekend. That's what's going to settle things down over the weekend. But with winds in from the north, of course, and a ridge of high pressure brings still and clear nights, it is going to get quite cold, particularly so at night. So that's the ridge of high pressure there at midnight on Bank Holiday Monday. So yes, we've got a nice little ridge over top of the country, mostly dry, but the nights will be quite cold. Through the early part of next week, we keep that high pressure going, but it does gradually slip southwards and eastwards, and low pressure begins to rattle in towards the northwest. It's quite a deep area of low pressure around Iceland. That could bring some strong winds to north and west parts of Scotland, but the ice bars are tightly packed, so it will be very windy, and yeah, so we could have a weather system pushing eastwards across the country. Some quite heavy rain could be mixed up in that, especially in the north and west. But in the south and east, close to high pressure, so there should be reasonably dry and probably quite warm as well. Probably quite warm by the middle of next week. This is how the GFS 6Z is looking. Again, it's a little ridge of high pressure for Monday. It's quite a cold ridge though. Some chilly overnight frost. That ridge still with us into Tuesday, and then through Wednesday and Thursday, the ridge starts to weaken and slip south and eastwards as low pressure comes in from off the Atlantic, and that low pressure will bring showers or longer spells of rain in from the west. Behind that wet weather, winds will turn westerly, and it will turn quite cool actually for northern and western parts of Scotland. That could bring wet weather even down into southern and southeastern parts of the country on Thursday. We're going to a bit of a north-south split, so this is taking us into the first weekend of September. We'll have high pressure to our south, lower pressure is up to our north, so a nice little north-south split coming up there, with most of the settled weather in the north, driest weather in the south. And then we head up to day 10, which is Monday the 7th of September, and we bring another weather system in from the northwest. Again, that can have some outbreaks of rain with it, particularly in the more northern parts of the country, and behind that could start to turn increasingly showery. Beyond that, into the extended range, it turns more unsettled. So into the second week of September, this particular GFS run brings in autumn. So the first week of September is kind of warm-ish, especially so down in the south with rain, primarily in the north, but a little bit coming down into the south. But this shows the second week of September turning properly autumnal, with a deep area of low pressure developing to North Scotland, pulling in a cool north to northwest wind and bringing outbreaks of rain with it, and low pressure diving in from the northwest around the 13th of September, giving us a proper wet, windy and autumnal spell of weather. We will have an autumnal second week of September. We shall have to wait and see. That's very extended rain stuff. This is how the GEM is looking. So again, we're under this little ridge on Monday, mainly dry, could be quite cold at night. That ridge weakens through Tuesday and Wednesday as low pressure starts coming from off the Atlantic. That's bringing spells of rain, particularly more northern and west parts of the country, but it also brings some warmer air, particularly so to the south. So temperatures will become a little bit warmer through the middle part of next week. And then we set up a north-south split, really, as we go through towards day 10. So we've got high pressure down to our southwest. That should keep much of England and Wales mainly dry and probably quite warm over that weekend of the 5th to 6th of September. For northern areas, though, low pressure is coming in from off the Atlantic. That could bring further showery pulses of rain for more northern parts of the country. And then we go through to the ECMWF, and again this ridge is giving us a mainly dry but quite cold bank holiday weekend. Into the middle part of the week, low pressure coming in from off the Atlantic. That brings wind and rain into the north and west, but the south and southeast should be mostly dry and probably quite warm as well. The end of next week, we'll see high pressure to the south, low pressure to the north, and that is pulling up some quite warm air into the south. That could probably get temperatures into the mid-20s Celsius there by the end of next week. And then high pressure sort of repositions around day 10, so it pulls more towards the northwest country. Still mainly dry, actually, anticyclonic and settled, but the wind coming around the high pressure, or the air coming around the high pressure with like a northeasterly wind, will be quite a bit cooler. I think that's going into quite a bit cooler conditions as we get to day 10, Monday, the 7th of September. This is the rainfall forecast based on that ECM run from Temeteo.com. So yeah, we've got plenty of showers and longer spells of rain around today. It could be some thunderstorms mixed in as well. We go through into tomorrow, and winds will be sort of from a northerly direction then. Quite a bit of dry weather, but there will be high pressure ridges in, but there will be some quite cold nights. Into the early part of next week, showery rain moving in from off the Atlantic through Tuesday and into Wednesday. Another system coming through there Wednesday through to Thursday. That's been some quite heavy and persistent rain across England and Wales. And then we get through to the end of next week, and still showery but reverse around before it starts to settle down as we begin to move up towards day 10, turn mainly dry. By day 10 itself, we are starting to set off some showers down in the south. These are the options on the table within the EC ensembles today for day 10, which gets us to the 7th of September. We have 16 members of the EC ensembles with high pressure to our west and northwest. So they're going to be mainly dry, but it will be quite cool with that. Winds are coming around the top of the high from like more of a northerly direction. 13 with high pressure to our northeast and to our north and to our west. Some lower pressure east to the south. That could bring some shower rain into more southern parts of the country, but there should be plenty of dry weather involved with that. 7 with high pressure to the east and also to the north. That looks rather bizarre, but with that we could be pulling up some really quite warm air from the south. 6 down here have low pressure over Scandinavia, high pressure to our west southwest. That could be rather cool and unsettled. 5 with low pressure to our north, winds are in from a westerly direction. That could be quite unsettled too. And then 4 just here again with high pressure to the east and also to the north, low pressure to the south, winds coming up from a southerly direction, so could be very warm with that, but probably a little bit volatile, especially so down in the south and the southwest. Maybe a few thundery showers. In 2 weeks time, these are the options that we've got. This gets us to the 12th of September. So we have 11 members of the ECM ensembles with low pressure over the top of the country. That's going to be very unsettled, of course, probably autumnal. Another 11 just here again with low pressure over the top of the country. That can be very unsettled and autumnal. 10 with low pressure to the east, high pressure is to the west, winds are in from like a northwesterly type direction, so that's going to be cool and unsettled. 7 with low pressure to our south and high pressure is to the north, so with this we're going to be bringing like an east or southeasterly wind. And so yeah, there could be some heavy showers, maybe some thunderstorms even down in south and southwest. It will be quite warm. 11 or 6 I should say, 11%. 6 just here with low pressure. Let's change the colour. Low pressure to the north of Scotland, high pressure down to the southwest, winds are in from a westerly direction. And then 6 with low pressure to our east and the high pressure is out to the west, winds are going to be in from a northerly direction, so that can be more settled, but will be cooler. So a range of options indicating that this uncertain September is set to continue. I think on balance more of those ensemble members are going unsettled though into the second week of September, so it could be the case that if you get some warm and dry weather through the first week of September and you like that in September, then make the most of it, because the second week of the month could start to turn more unsettled. Finally, we'll have a look at CFSB2 for September. So these are 500, this is 700 millibar height anomaly, I should say, for September. This is what it's showing. Area of above average heights to our west and southwest, below average heights to our north, northeast. Winds are in from like a west or northwesterly direction. So with that, I mean, it looks like it could be quite cool, really. We've got a northwest-southeast alignment with the jet stream. There's an area of low pressure to the north of Scotland, that being showing rain there. Driest weather would be in the west of the southwest, but temperatures, I think, would be a little bit on the cool side. There's no particular signal for temperature anomalies, as showing around average, but you'll notice warmer than average anomalies are really pushed back right to the far eastern side of Europe. So I think that could actually be setting up quite a coolish looking September with temperature anomaly, and no particular signal for a rainfall anomaly, either near normal for rainfall or no signal for the UK and for Ireland and for most of Europe as well. Okay then, so I mean, it's a mixed bag. It's uncertain, as September always is, given that we have these tropical storms, tropical developments in the tropical Atlantic. So it's always a very uncertain time of the year. But I think we're looking at a mixed sort of first week of September. There will be drier and wetter periods alternating, and there will be alternating air masses as well. Probably quite warm for a time though, later next week down in the south. And then possibly, just a few hints here, but we might be shifting to something rather more unsettled, or possibly even a little bit more autumnal for the second week of September. But it's a long way off. It's week 2, so we shall see about that. Right, that's it for the record and uploads today, but I've still got another video to bring you, which I've already done, and that's the final ENSO update of the year. So the last ENSO update of 2020 will be released around 7 o'clock tonight, and then after that we combine the ENSO updates with the winter updates, and we look at ENSO every single week through the winter updates. So yeah, last ENSO update will be coming up for you tonight, and then we've got a busy weekend, very busy weekend of updates, and maybe a live stream after 10 o'clock as well tonight. Just watch your space on that. It just depends how much time I have. I've got to get the analogs and everything set up for the autumn forecast tonight, so it just depends how I get on with that. But there may be something coming up after 10 o'clock tonight. But over weekend, got a very busy weekend coming up. So tomorrow we're going to start off with the third and final season model roundup for autumn 2020. That's getting all of the long range ones together for the last time. See what we're all showing for this autumn. We'll also have a 10 to 14 day video update as well as weekend forecast tomorrow as well. So it's going to be a very busy old day tomorrow. Sunday we've got an epic day on Sunday. We'll have the autumn forecast with the GavsWeatherVids autumn forecast will be released as the first video up on Sunday morning. We'll also have the final GavsWeatherVids Sunday roundup of the year. Again, that's being put on the back burner for winter updates as well. So the last GavsWeatherVids Sunday roundup of the year will be released on Sunday as well after the autumn forecast. If that weren't enough, we'll have a little sneaky peek for winter of 2020-21 sometime around the middle of the afternoon on Sunday, probably around 3 o'clock, I would have thought, for that one. That's to explain what goes into winter forecast. So you'll see everything that we're going to be looking at through this season, winter updates. There are a few long-range ones included in that. We're going to premiere that on the YouTube channel as well. So that will be like a premiere around 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And then we'll be live streaming at 6 o'clock on Sunday. As always, 6 on Sunday is the regular time slot for GavsWeatherVids live stream. So an epic weekend coming up. And if that wasn't enough, then Thank God Monday, a historic video is going to be looking at 1993, 1904. I already recorded it. I was very late up last night recording that one for you, so it's already in the can. No, I don't have to worry about it. It's done, and that's going to be released on Monday, on Thank God Monday. And on Thank God Monday, I think I'll be just about ready to collapse in a heap somewhere and spend the day sleeping. Right, so see you at 7 for the ENSO update, and yeah, check that out later on this evening. For this video though, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.